Good evening, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. It's going to be the last video of the day, and hopefully one that's a little more upbeat than my usual content, and that is the secret to romantic success. Speaking from years of experience, and I'll admit right now I'm single, but I haven't always been single. I do know my way around the dating scene when I am more involved in it, not to delve too deeply into my own history or circumstances at present, but there's a secret. There's actually a really simple secret to being successful with other people romantically. And I don't just necessarily mean landing somebody for a one-night stand or having a fling, because that's a wild card if you ask me, and it's not the substance of this video. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that regardless, but I'm talking about something, a little more heavy and serious, not, super heavy. I'm not trying to, necessarily get you married, but there's a trick, and it's an honest trick, so it's not deceptive. It's, it boils down to, and I'll just cut to the chase. It is being yourself, which is harder to do than you might think. You might say, Cantaloupe, what do you mean be myself? I'm always myself. Well, are you? So here's the thing now. If you're following someone's example, if you're using what's called best practices, which might work in certain environments like the workplace or projects, that's not being yourself. At that point, you're following somebody else. You're being more like them than yourself. And that's what we call being disingenuous. And we all have radar that picks up on this, especially women, but everyone really. If someone's looking for a serious, honest relationship, any signs of dishonesty are going to work against you. So it's better to just be on the up and up. But by be yourself, I mean specifically, you got to find yourself. Now, this is the hard part. You might have heard this expression before. It used to get passed around a lot. Find yourself, take time out to figure out who you are. And it was kind of largely dismissed by the mainstream culture as a new age slogan that didn't really mean much, and it was kind of cringy. But finding yourself is no light matter. It's no simple matter to figure out what your identity is. And it's an ongoing journey, right? It's a journey of exploration and discovery that begins when you're young, probably in your early teens or earlier. Some people have an identity crisis, and they jump around between fashion statements and personality types until they arrive, hopefully, many times at something that's comfortable for them. And this is proper. This is very natural for people to do. And then sometimes later on, there's midlife crisis, second identity crisis, where a person, maybe a man, will question his role, his legacy, what he's been working towards, his value as a person, and how he will be remembered when mortality starts to occur to him or her, not just men. But what I mean is, in romance, back to the subject, being your honest self, first figuring out who that is, being comfortable in your own skin, it's the first step to being real. If you're following someone, or if you're emulating someone, or if you're just saying stuff that you heard, pickup lines, that you might impress somebody in a day, for one day. It's called being a flash in the pan, but you're not really being yourself. That's the thing. You can't keep it going. There's the real thing, and it doesn't have to be amazing. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to be an incredible person. You don't have to be super smart or talented. You don't have to be, Mozart. If you are honest and hardworking, sometimes that's all it takes. Everything else is icing on the cake. Take my word for it. Being real, being considerate, compassionate, and first and foremost, knowing who you are and not misrepresenting things, not angling or trying to get something all the time. Imagine giving. imagine love isn't about receiving, and that shouldn't sound new to you either. But anyway, have a great night. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.